what's up, buddy? Are you a big fan of the Munsters? Is anyone alive who is a big fan of the Munsters? I mean, obviously, we know of at least one fan, Mr. Rob Zombie. But for those of you who were born, I don't know, in the current era, the Munsters was a... God, what time period was this the 50s? From 1964 to 1966. So the Munsters was a 60s television show about a family of monsters. Okay, which is, okay, this was probably a fun sitcom at the time. And now, of course, we live in the era of endless reboot culture. So, of course, we're getting a Munsters movie. Because basically all these studios, all these movie studios, TV production, whatever, they just have a big list of everything they own. And they go, well, when's the last time we rebooted Transformers? And they're like, we rebooted that like 5 years ago. We got to wait a little longer. And they're like, all right, when's the last time we rebooted Scooby-Doo? And they're like, Scooby-Doo, you can only do those like every 3 years. And now they're like, well, did we ever reboot the Munsters? No? Oh, thank God. All right, it's due. That's all they do now is just reboot stuff. So, of course, we're getting a Munsters movie. But here's why this is interesting. Because no one is watching this video right now. I should have led with the hook. Because so many people are like, nobody clicked on this video. Nobody said, oh, I can't wait to watch Vito's reactions to the Munsters trailer. This video is going to have no views because nobody cares about the Munsters. Except for Rob Zombie. Now, Rob Zombie, as we know, musician turned horror director, all-around fun psychopath guy. He loves the Munsters. Famously, one of his most famous songs, I don't know if you guys remember the song Dragula. Hey, I am the one, fighting the one. Dragula was named after the car from the Munsters, and that became one of Rob Zombie's biggest hits. You've probably heard that song if you've played, I think it was in Jet Set Radio, I think it was in Tony Hawk. It was in a lot of video games in the 90s. I think it's actually how a lot of people found Rob Zombie, was through the song Dragula. So now, because he loves the Munsters so much, they're letting him make a Munsters movie. And as he said, it's not going to be like an R-rated horror thing. He's doing a PG, I don't even think it's PG-13. It is a PG comedy aimed at families and children, I guess. But here's what's so weird is, what's he doing? Why does it look so bad? This is I normally would not make a video about a Munsters trailer, but I watched the trailer and I was just completely blown away. I'm like, is he purposefully trying to make the worst looking movie as a joke, as a gimmick? Like, this has to be on purpose, right? It looks terrible. We're gonna take a look right now. I guess hit that subscribe button on my channel. Yeah, subscribe to the Vito Nation as we watch again what I think is one of the worst trailers I've ever seen. Okay, so he's got the old Universal Pictures opening. That's fine, that's cute.
Rob Zombie, the director of House of a Thousand Corpses, Halloween, and The Devil's Rejects, brings you the greatest love story.
Okay, right away. The font. This is like a stock, like iMovie font or something. And there's who edited this trailer that just has this terrible font, the greatest love story ever told. It's not even a spooky font. It's like the default Movie Maker font. And it's gonna zoom out beyond. You're supposed to. Oh, it looks so bad. Just watch.
Never told.
I don't.
The way it doesn't fade out before reaching the edge of the frame. So as an editor, I'll say this. Normally, you would fade the words out so that you don't have "he greatest love Tori." Like, you don't let it get to the edge of the frame and then just abruptly cut. You fade it out. Like, I think he's doing it as a goof. I hope, because this is reminding me of the first time I ever edited video as like a 16-year-old in AV class. I'm like, this would be the kind of sloppy editing I would have done. Not to mention, we're gonna see the camera work in a second.
I don't like the sound of that. Because
The brain of a super genius transplanted into the body of a perfect physical specimen.
Okay, oh, look at this. Is he trying to make it look like an old TV show? Like,
Brain of
hold
a
on.
super genius
Look at the background
transplanted
here.
into the body of a perfect.
Okay, so the background, I assume this is a green screen, and then all the dials on the wall are clearly like, I want to say they're almost like drawn. It looks so bad. It looks so obviously fake. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's a comedy movie, so it can look fake, but oh my God, dude. It looks so, this looks like the 90s, you know, when it was like, yeah, we'll just make like movies used to not have budgets or used to be kind of cheap and thrown together. Now like Hollywood, to get you in seats, they have to give you like visual spectacle on par with like a Marvel movie or something. This just looks so crappy. It's just like, I don't know. We found like a metal thing. We rubbed some bandages around his head. All right.
I want a man that makes my blood.
This is what's crazy to me. What is it? What is this? That for the lighting, they're like, I don't know, just put an LED, like put 2 LED strips in the background for no reason and just have them strobe. Like, what is that? Is that her house?
Run cold. A man that every time he enters my crypt, it's like a stake through my dead black heart.
As somebody said, they're like, this looks like a college humor like riff on the Munsters. Like, this looks like a cheap porn parody.
I can whip you up a humpy down in the land.
Oh no. Remember what happened last time?
He was batty.
I'm gonna go.
Okay. I'm looking for a vision, a queen, true love.
And what exactly do you want?
Is Herman Munster in there? I knew the moment I laid eyes on you that you were special. I understand. if
Why
you don't
does this
feel
look
the
like
same.
such crap?
I'm just
all right, so this is a joke. This is a goof here. That they're doing rear projection, which is you sit them in the car and then you project, you know, the road behind them. All right, that's a clear, like, visual gag. Fine. But it just, the rest of it just looks so cheap and bad. Is it supposed to be like, yeah, because that's how cheap and bad TV used to look. Like, he's trying to make it look like a cheap TV show. I don't know if he's a genius or an idiot. It looks so bad.
I'm just a regular
But I
gal
kinda
living
love
a
it.
boring, normal life.
If there's one
Look at that look at the special effect. This is something that, again, like, first day of learning video editing. Let's see. So the eyes are gonna glow with like the default. This is like the default glowing in After Effects. I've done this effect. It looks terrible. Like, you can tell it's the default glow because you see how it's going left to, like, it should be with her eyes. So the shimmer should go meet her eye line, but instead it's just going the default left to right. Okay. Oh shit, I screwed up. And then the lightning bolts are just, yeah, a stock. Oh my God. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Got the one bolt. Oh my God. And then this zoom, this digital zoom where, okay, he's obviously on a green screen with a terrible background, and then you're zooming in. Look at that. Oh my God, I love this. I love it. Is this just gonna be like a love letter to like bad video editing, bad effects, bad? I hope so.
if there's one thing I know,
Look at that. Wait. Look at them on vacation. It's like a CG video game behind them. All right, never mind. He has to be doing this on purpose. This is genius. I'm sorry.
the thing I know is that the rest of the world melted away as soon as you appeared in my life.
It seems Miss Lily is truly in love.
Oh, come on, you know and I know that we gotta get rid of that bozo Herman Munster.
Okay, but then as people are pointing out, once he starts showing it in black and white and like film stock or whatever this is, it actually looks good. It's all this oversaturated, like, ridiculous color That looks so cheap and plastic and like daddy's first film color grading. And but then you get to this and it looks good. So clearly Rob Zombie knows how to shoot something. Maybe see, this looks great. Look, you see the little edge shadow on Herman Munster, and you even have the edge shadow of the doorway. This is so like perfectly lit. So it's so baffling. Like Rob Zombie clearly has skill. Again, the lighting is so perfect here on this shot. It's like incredible. And then you get to this horribly color graded. Look at these colors. Look at this. The whole thing is like saturated to hell. And it's all green screen trash. It's so bizarre. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited now.
Greetings from Transylvania. That's a strange way of saying hello.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to get used to it.
See, that's okay. So my only real concern, because I love that it looks like cheesy trash. Like it, I get it. I think he's definitely doing it on purpose. He must be. The only problem is I feel like I don't know if these actors are that funny. Like if you had done this with like some real comedians, like comedians that we know and we like, that would be great. But as far as I know, I don't even know who the cast is of this. Let me see. The Munsters cast. Like I would be so excited for this if it was anybody I cared about. Let's see. Jeff Daniel Phillips is supposed to be playing Herman Munster, I guess because he's a tall guy. Played the part of Maurice in the Cavemen sitcom. He's been in Halloween. He was in the second seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. See, you kind of need like a real comedic actor with real comedic timing. You can't just cast a guy. I don't know. Daniel Roebuck from, again, he's in a bunch of Rob Zombie films. Yeah, see, Rob, this is the one thing I'm worried about is Robert Zombie, Mr. Robert Zombie, seems to have just cast his friends. And is that his wife playing, what's her name? Is that his wife playing Mrs. Munster? Sherry Moon Zombie. So that's kind of the problem is I like this tribute to like bad film editing, cheesy effects. I actually wish they would go even harder with it and go more overboard because I think that's a great visual gag. I just don't know if the actors and actresses, again, who don't seem to have comedy experience. A lot of people seem to think, "Oh, I'm funny. I'll be funny. I could play Mrs. Munster." It's like you gotta have people who know comedy. But I'm gonna say this: it's better. I know this is so stupid, but again, as a video editor, as somebody who makes videos, just seeing terrible like text, like I know this makes no one else laugh but me, but seeing a terrible text effect using like a stock iMovie font,
You're the greatest
love story ever told, and then cuts in the middle of it and doesn't like fade it out. So that's great for me. But I am worried that the performances, I mean, you got to give me some good comedy. And I don't know. Is it just going to be cheesy, stupid jokes? We'll see. Guys, let me know in the comments. Does anyone want to see the Munsters? I'll watch it on, streaming. Let's put it this way. I'm not buying a ticket to go see the Munsters. I'm leaning towards the fact that he's using complete, like, nobodies instead of actual comedians. I think is going to be a huge mistake. But I think the terrible visual gags and all the CG backgrounds and the rear projection, whatever, I don't know. That's pretty funny to me just looking at it. Hopefully it is an entertaining train wreck. That's all I can hope for. But let me know in the comments, are you interested in the Munsters? No one's watching this video. No one cares. And don't forget, check out my comic book Super Killer over at superkiller.org. We are almost at 1,000 signups. We're trying to get to 1,000. So please sign up for the mailing list. Check it out. I love you guys. I'm sorry for making this video. Anyone who watched, thank you. You're the true MVP.